Ready.
Oh, okay. You're on.
Okay. Is anyone here for an appointment with Sheila? Hi, I'm Sheila. Coco next to me. Follow me. We're going right down the hallway. Just want to let you know, kitchen's right here on the left if you want something to drink before we go in. Can I get you something?
No.
Okay, restroom's right next to it, just in case you need to step out. You can have a seat here or here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to mention again that my name is Sheila Del Val. I'm the licensed clinical social worker here at Solutions Recovery Center. And there are a few formalities we need to go over. There are some releases you're going to sign before we get started. These are for the agency that sent you here. And, you know, just letting you know that if I need to talk to the doctor, for instance, about something you may say to me about hurting yourself or hurting someone else, that you're giving me permission to do that because I'm a mandated reporter.
Oh, good. You have to tell me either way, so.
This is true. Oh, there are 3 more.
Oh.
Thank you. So, confidentiality in the strictest form, it just implies that anything that is going to help you, you know, and promote your recovery, it's okay to share with the treatment team, which is myself and the social worker and the doctor. So, is that clear?
No.
Okay. So, we're going to get initial information today, and let's start with why you're here today.
Well, my mother thought that best if I came here because apparently I need help. My boyfriend broke up with me, and I don't know. I guess you can say I'm a little nuts, you know, not everything usual, I guess. And she just wanted me here to get help.
Okay, what I'm hearing you say is that Mom encouraged you to come to talk to somebody today. And also, so you know, the releases do not allow us to give Mom information either. What we talk about is between you and I.
Okay.
So Mom encouraged you, but you didn't have to come. So I want to say that that's really commendable. It takes a lot of courage to know when you need a hand in things. And I wouldn't necessarily say that you're nuts. Sometimes we feel a little off balance, but that's okay. So I'll backtrack and ask you, the boyfriend, is he current or ex?
He's
Ex-boyfriend. Okay. Any communication of any kind? Social media?
Social media, I tend to see him, but only from my favorite account that he blocked.
He blocked you, but you broke up with him?
No, he broke up with me.
He broke up with you. Okay, so what were the reasons? Because I won't say what was the exact reason because people have, you know, his story might be different from your story. What happened?
Well, long story short, he's a cheating scumbag. And he got with this rich girl from Lima Heights and booed me out of the picture.
Okay.
I guess we would say that maybe I was the problem, maybe I wasn't pretty enough, or maybe I was too crazy. He doesn't like my eating habits, but who doesn't love ravioli and peanut butter, honestly?
So that was a lot. So I'm just going to take a moment and also say this. that your awareness is impressive. You know, the way that you're looking at the situation. What I am going to ask you is you mentioned your eating habits and the fact that he didn't like them. Like, maybe we could talk about that for a minute. Peanut butter ravioli.
Yes.
That's an interesting combination. Do you eat them together or?
Oh, no. I eat them straight from the jar. Never ending times. Most of the time. Throughout the day.
So is the eating, the situation, is that what you think he doesn't like? That makes him feel like you're peculiar? Because I wouldn't say crazy.
Well, honestly, he has no reason to think anything because he's the same way.
He eats ravioli.
He eats. He's a slob just like me. He's a lazy, fat, sad, excuse me, man, just like I don't know.
I just want to ask you a question about what you just said. Are those things that you and he say to one another, or is that really like a reflection of what you're feeling today?
Well, we don't say it to each other. We kind of got together because we had the same habits, because we were a lot alike. And I thought we would be together forever because of that, because we understood each other. I know that I'm a fat lazy slob, but I know that. But, you know, at one point, he loved that about me, just like I loved that about him, and it just doesn't make any sense. Maybe he wanted to change or something different.
Okay, so a follow-up to that would be, was there any particular incident? Was there something specific that happened? Or is it just something that he randomly came up with one day, decided it was over?
Well, I started noticing beforehand. He wouldn't call me as much. Because we had moved. We were living together at first. But, I don't know, I had moved out for a little bit. Only because my mom was having some problems. And he wasn't calling or checking as much. He stopped getting me presents. He stopped going on dates. You know, for Valentine's Day. We didn't go out or anything. And at the last minute, you know he gets me
What?
a pretzel from the gas station. A pretzel from the gas station. And I knew. I mean, I shouldn't have gone crazy. I did. I was crying and shoving my face with ravioli and peanut butter. You know, the kids at the school, there's these group of kids, they're really good kids. This one girl named Sheila, she's really sweet. And they had to help me through that. Because honestly, I was a mess. And
Okay, the kids, what school are you talking about?
PCA high school. It's a private school, and I'm the dean, the dorm director for the girls.
Okay. And so what does a dorm director do exactly?
Well, we're technically the mother hen, so to speak,
Okay.
of the girls.
Like mentoring them,
Yeah.
maybe giving some direction.
We regulate activities, we keep the girls in check, we make rules, we also help with placements.
Okay, so backing up a little bit, I heard you say that, you know, there were some signs toward the end of the relationship about the phone calls and about the pretzel for Valentine's Day being your gift, like those being the indicators. to the end of the relationship. Now, I want to ask you, after he broke up with you, like, has there been any communication?
Well, I reached out asking for answers, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going crazy because, it couldn't be real, Why would he want to break up with me? And we've been together for this long, and I've done so much.
How long
for
is
him.
this long?
We're talking about 6 years.
That's a
long.
substantial amount of time.
That's a long time to just up and walk out of someone's life. I mean, you don't just do that. So I asked for answers, and he just kept telling me, "Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say." Who says something like that after getting your girlfriend a pretzel from the gas station on Valentine's Day, and then you don't know what to say?
And that was your last communication? That
That was my
conversation?
last communication with him because he started blocking me on there.
Okay, so we have 5 minutes left. What I want to ask you is, if you cannot get closure with him, what, like, together we might be able to do in future sessions to be able to find that for you?
Well, I mean, it's life. Life happens. Eventually, I mean, I can get closure on my own, I think. This is really, my mother, she wanted me to get help with, the depression and the crying all the time and my eating habits. Although I freaking love ramen and peanut butter. I don't think I'm ever gonna stop eating that. But just the whole being depressed and a fat slob all the time. She wanted me to
Well,
get
we
help.
didn't talk about the crying at all, like it being triggered by anything, or is it just the thoughts of the breakup?
No, I was crying a lot before then.
Before the breakup?
Yeah. I just went a little, not, but I just went even more nuts after the breakup. But like I said, I wasn't ready before then.
Okay, so we're gonna close out for today. I wanna get, maybe one thing that we can make as a goal for our next meeting. If this time next week works, does that work for you? So what could be a goal in the next 7 days to maybe keep you out of your head? Like, do you like to do anything? Do you go out, bike ride, rollerblading, anything, get together with friends, any hobbies?
Well, I like to go to restaurants and try all the food and maybe to judge.
The taste?
I like to knit sometimes.
Okay, so do you have like the yarn and things to maybe make something
Yeah.
by next week? And then we'll talk about that, and maybe I'll ask you a few more questions since I don't personally know how to knit.
Okay.
All right, so I'll see you this time next week.
Okay.
Nice talking to you,
Nice
and I'll walk you out.